We're back again with some fork assembly. This is one that Mike did earlier. Now these forks we had to pull apart and basically get repainted. The whole lower leg was repainted. That's been re-hard chromed. We sent that.
Sorry, but there'll be no endorsements on this show until someone else starts paying for our beers.
Too many pits, just too worn out. Which is, at some point you have to do it. You've got to bite the bullet, spend the money, get them done. That way you'll have no more leaks. They look fantastic and they work. Anywho, this one's already been assembled. Now we're going to put this together. Well, Mike's going to put this together and show you hopefully how to do it without any faults or problems.
There. So firstly, you've got your new fork leg here, all freshly hard chromed. The only part that we have to put on this is the part that goes up the top there.
Mike always refers to the factory manual to see where the parts go and to see what Suzuki decided to call them.
So this part here is the piston, and that just helps with the sliding action when it's all together. Bit of spray on there, just to go on easier, because you can't buy these anymore, these little bits. So if you do break one, you're in shtuck. So that's on there. Now, the next part, I'll take off this bit of tape here where we got it painted. So this is the damper rod, and that's the most important part of the fork really. If you didn't have that with the little spring on it here, it wouldn't be very good suspension, that's for sure. Now, Suzuki in all their wisdom, when they designed this fork, you need a special tool which probably cost a fortune to assemble them. So I've just got this piece of hex rod here to do that special tool. It's got it clamped into the front wheel lock there to use as a vise. So that goes on there.
Now I'll mysteriously reappear to look like I know something about fork building.
So we have our damper rod with spring on, and now we slide the fork inner down the damper rod. Normally you need a special tool, but I've just got this bit of hex bar here which does the job. Get that through the hole. There's your damper rod. So then we put on the wave washers and the flat washers in the special order. Wave, flat, wave. Then the piece. Special piece.
The piece. How did they come up with that name? They must have spent days on that.
They did.
Piece.
Piece. What shall we call it? A piece. And then you have your fork lower, or fork leg lower, which goes on last of all. And all going well, that should locate into the
look
thread.
at that. Beautiful.
Yes.
Apologies for the distracting daylight in the background, folks. Nobody seemed to notice that halfway through filming, Barry, the resident blue tongue in Mike's shed, let himself out the back door.
And all this does is stop the damper rod from turning when you do up this screw. That's bolt. That's all it's there for. But without it, it's not going to happen. So that's nipped up. So that bit's done. Now we fit the new fork seal.
And you'd be an absolute fool to not fit new fork seals after getting this re-hard chromed. They don't cost that much, and there's nothing worse than leaky forks. Runs down your fork leg, all over your discs, ruins your brake pads. You've got to start again.
There we go. Now that goes on.
So Mike gently slides the new fork seal over the fork and then whips out his special tool.
That's in there, but it's got to go in there a whole lot more. All right, so that goes there, and this is designed to fit several different size fork legs. So this is a 37mm fork, but this tool can apparently go between 35s and 39s, something like that. So it just comes apart, but that just basically bangs down onto the rubber there. Now, and that's
Pretty good.
That's how we fit
It's
a
gone
fork
in.
seal. Now I'll just get the spring clip.
Now that's gone in a good, gee, 10, 15 mil. It's driven straight in. So that tool actually, it worked. It's worth its weight in gold. Most universal tools don't fit anything. But this actually was a good investment.
It worked. Now we have the spring, which holds in the seal. Little guy.
Nah.
And if it's down properly, it will audibly click into place.
Audibly.
Audibly.
Did we hear the click?
I think we might have.
It's clicked.
Okay, and that
There you
should
go.
be locked and loaded. One assembled forklift.
Two Blokes and a Motorbike is brought to you by bikereview.com.au.